Liam, great to see you.
Yeah, and you, mate. You're looking good.
You're looking better.
No, you're looking better.
Have you had a great time here?
I have, mate. Honest to God, I've had a really good time, and I think it's down to, like, obviously the record's good and I'm great, but I reckon it's down, I've not been hitting the bars and that. When I go in the bars, I seem to get into a lot of trouble, and then it follows me around and I can't shake it off. So I've been doing the gigs and keeping my head down, and it's made for a better tour, I think.
It's the first time for everything.
There is, mate.
What's the way to do it? What, you get maturing a bit.
Yeah, as you get a bit older and all that, you know what I mean? Especially now that I've got to, like, sing all the songs myself. I haven't got our kid with me helping us out every now and again, so I've got to, like, look after it, you know what I mean? And that's the most important thing, innit? You know, people are paying a lot of good money in that, so I've matured a touch, I think.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, just a touch, though.
Well, we still want our rock stars to be a little bit dodgy around the edges.
I'm still dodgy, mate.
You've been playing a lot of the big festivals and things. How is it getting up on stage in front of these big crowds who know every word of every song?
It's been beautiful, man. A lot of young people there. You know, people that have never heard, like, Oasis songs, I guess, you know what I mean? Obviously it's not Oasis, but it's the next best thing, I think, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been good to play the songs. Wonderwall and stuff like that, people lose the shit over, you know what I mean? So it's good to see that. And yeah, it's been nice, man. It's nice to come out and play here, man.
I was at the Nova gig where you closed the show with Wonderwall.
Was that last night?
That was last night.
Yeah, man, I mean, I think too hard, that, man. It was hard. I couldn't hear anything, you know what I mean? So I apologise if I was screaming and shouting.
We could hear plenty. That was a real rock and roll gig.
All right, well, good, man. It had its moments, but yeah, man, I couldn't speak. When I got back to the hotel last night, I was like proper, like, I was like Marge Simpson. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But
what does that mean?
Just croaky old goat.
That's a great band you got there.
Yeah, man, a good band, man. Yeah, top band. They know, they do exactly what it says on the tin. No messing about, man. Yeah, no, good.
They play it like it is. I was lucky enough to see McCartney with his band the other week.
Right.
And he plays every song, every drum beat, every guitar lick, everything as we know and love them. And you seem to do a bit of that.
I think that's the way it should be, man. I know, like, Noel plays Wonderwall differently, you know what I mean? He plays a lot of, he plays a lot of the Oasis songs, like, acoustically and all that. And I think if you're going to do it, man, you got to turn it up, you know what I mean? And shake the room, you know what I mean? So I'm proud of that, man, yeah.
Well, you are the opposite. You're the polar opposite of acoustic.
Without a doubt, man. I mean, I think people come to gigs to jump around, you know what I mean? Have a good time and that. If you want to do an acoustic tour, you can do that another time, can't you?
It's a full wall of sound.
Yeah, man, it's full whack, man, and that's what it's about, man. That's what I want for my bands anyway. I want my head to be took off.
Yeah, you talk about it being different, about maturing a little bit. It is different when it's your name on the ticket.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind that, you know what I mean? I'm proud of who I am and I'm proud of what I can do, and I know I'm good and I have my moments and that, you know what I mean? But yeah, feeling good at the moment, man. It's nice to be back playing songs and doing what I do instead of sitting at home whinging on Twitter, you know what I mean? So I'm having a good time, man. And, like, obviously, you know, like, when Oasis split up, that was great. Not when they split up, but I feel like I'm getting a second crack of the whip, you know what I mean? So I really want to take it in and enjoy it. When
you say you know you're good, a lot of people may misconstrue that as some sort of arrogance or something. But doing what you do, and a good frontman does, you got to be confident. You got to believe in yourself.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely confident for sure. I mean, listen, man, not anything. You know what I mean? We can all step over the line every now and again and get a bit too cocky and that, and we all need to rein it in and that. But I think deep down, I'm passionate more than cocky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What does it mean to you when they say? The very essence of a rock and roll star, arguably the greatest frontman of our generation. It's nice.
Yeah, well, I'll buy that without a doubt, but it wouldn't be hard because there's not many of them about, is there? You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I do. I take it, man. Yeah, without a doubt, I mean it. Without a doubt, I definitely mean it a lot more than a lot of the others do. Yeah, no, I try, man. I try.
Well, it's important to get out there and put on a show. I mean, how much of it is sort of organic and you just being you, or how much
everything is me, man. I don't jump around or anything. I'm not Mick Jagger and that, you know what I mean? God bless him and all that, but I can't dance. So I know my limits, you know what I mean? My limits are just, when I'm singing, I'm giving it all, you know what I mean? Try to bring on a stroke and that. But when I'm not singing, I sort of just stand, look around, stare at the crowd and see what's going on with their heads.
I don't think we'd like it if you did a bit of a dance.
No, I'd leave that to Mick Jagger, man. I'd fall over for sure, man.
Well, he's a little bundle of energy.
He's mental, isn't he? You know what I mean? But I mean, listen, that's Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger does Mick Jagger. I do me. You know what I mean? And there's room for us all, I think.
The solo career, you must be very happy with the way it's gone.
Yeah, man. The album's been received really good. You know, I've had a lot of help with it. You know what I mean? And I thank the people who helped me write the music. You know what I mean? Because I ain't a songwriter. I'm a singer more than anything. You know what I mean? So I can write the odd few tunes and that, but to get a full good album out, I definitely need help. You know what I mean? So we brought in a couple of good songwriters who helped us achieve that goal. So yeah, man, it's been well received, man. So I'm pleased about that.
What's your favourite song on the album?
For What It's Worth, it's a beautiful song.
Me too.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
Beautiful song. And then there's one called Paper Crown, Greedy Soul. There's a lot of good songs on it, man. It's an emotional album, man.
For What It's Worth is, you know, if you closed your eyes and didn't know what you were listening to, you'd swear to God it's an Oasis track.
Yeah, man, that's the most Oasis-y song on the album. But it wasn't intentional, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we heard that and we wrote it together with a guy called Simon and that, and like, it's got a Beatley thing, you know what I mean? I mean, what is Oasis? Just basically just melody and guitars and that. But I think anything that I kind of sing on will remind you of Oasis because I was the voice of it.
You wear your influences on your sleeve and in your heart. I mean, if it wasn't for John Lennon, I mean, who do you think you would have taken your lead from?
Well, I love all that. John Lennon's my man. He's the voice. I like him when he sings his rock and roll songs, but then he can also sing some beauty. He can slay you with his little, you know, ballads and that. So he's my man. Johnny Rotten. I kind of get a mix of, if I'm in between John Lennon and John Lydon, somewhere in between that, I'll be happy with that.
It's a nice place to be.
Yeah, man.
So what's next? You've got a couple of shows in Asia, and then
next we go to Bangkok, and then we go to Jakarta, and then I've got 2 weeks off on holiday. Ooh. I'm going to let it all hang out.
Ooh, we're going to read about you, aren't we?
Well, I'm going to definitely have a couple of drinks. You know what they're like out there. I'm going to keep a lid on it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to have a couple. I'm going to enjoy myself, try and get some sun on my bones and that. And then we go back to England, and then we start again, man. Lots of festivals and stuff. You know what I mean? And then round about August, I think we take it off the road and get out of everyone's faces, because as much as people are probably sick of seeing my face, I'm sick of me as well. You know what I mean? You
need a break from...
Yeah, I think everyone needs a bit of a break from each other, you know what I mean? And reshuffle the pack, and then we go again, man. Album number 2, see where we're at.
What do you do when you're taking a break?
On holiday, I'll be drinking a lot. I've not really drank a lot on this tour. I've been like, all the band have been getting off their heads every night, and I've sort of been getting up first thing in the morning and having a look at them, just going, jealous. So I'll be relaxing. I've got a few mates coming out and that, so yeah, just like I say, getting a bit of sun on, eating nice food and getting drunk, try not get nicked. Or kicked out of Thailand.
Yeah, well, you got to watch out for that too.
Yeah, mate.
You should just stay here, man.
I know. Well, I would stay here.
Go up to Byron.
Rains a lot over here, doesn't it?
Oh, you could have
no,
your...
I'm only joking, mate. No, I would have stayed here, but like I said, you're probably sick of me now. You know what I mean? So I'll leave on a good note, and hopefully you'll invite me back.
And you know you'll be allowed back.
There you go, mate.
You're a lovely fella.
I am a good guy, mate. Don't believe what you read, man. Don't believe what you read about me, man. But I have my moments. We've all had our moments. You know what I mean? Some days, you know, the wheels have come off and that. But I'm a good guy, man. I was brought up by a great woman. So yeah, I think I'm a good guy, man. But we all have our moments, man.
Well, you can be a bit volatile.
I think you mean I can be a yeah, but can't we all? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, without a doubt. But you know, as you get older, you sort of rein it in a little bit. But yeah, overall, man, there's a good guy in here, man.
Do you know when you're being a or does it just sort of happen?
I don't know. No, I don't know when I'm being a because I'm probably too drunk. You know what I mean? But I'm not drinking. I'm cool, man. You
got kids?
Yeah.
Does it change things when you think, gee, I don't really want the kids to see Dad? You know,
yeah, no, totally. No, yeah, man, totally behave a little bit more around him and that. But I haven't got a leg to stand on, have I? You know what I mean? With the kids, you know what I mean? Like when I talk about drugs, they go like that. When I'm going, yeah, listen, don't be doing any of that. And they're sort of like just going like, well, you can't talk. And I go, listen, don't be treating the girls bad. And they go, well, you can't talk. Don't be arguing with your brother. Well, you can't talk. So there's a lot of that going on. The hand gets raised, and I go, oh, you know what? Okay. I'm going on the road, mate. Deal with it yourself. You got the good kids, man.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you about your brother. Yeah. I mean, there was the truce, and then I don't know.
Yeah, there was that. Didn't last long, but I mean, listen, I'm still peace and love with our kid. You know what I mean? I love him, but he says a few things about me, and I say a few things about him, and you know, I don't wish him any harm, really, you know what I mean? I mean, he's as well, you know what I mean? So he says he has a pop at me and I have a pop back, but I wish we could get on, but maybe one day we'll sort it out.
Do the fans dare to dream that one day?
I mean, listen, I'd love to, man. I mean, we shouldn't have split up for the start. The way we split up was very contrived, you know what I mean, on his behalf. So I've still got the ump about that, but getting back together, I don't think so. I think Noel and his merry men, they've got their little world, you know what I mean? And I've got my world with my mates and my girlfriend and that. And I think for us to get back together, he's got to give up half of that, you know what I mean? So I think he's a bit of a control freak. So I don't think that'll happen because he likes to be the main man, and when he's next to me, he doesn't get a look in.
What was that gig? The Rock on Seine, was it?
In Paris.
Well, that's where it all went.
That's where it all went to. Well, it went tits up a little bit before that, but I think we held on just to there.
You maybe go back and play that one again. And just
maybe, yeah. But you know what, listen, you know what, stranger things have happened, man. So we'll see. We've got to be brothers before we get back in a band. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, well, life's too short to carry a grudge, really.
It is very short, man.
Mate, thank you. The last time I saw you before last night was at the One Love gig in Manchester. We went over to cover that, which was very emotional for the world.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's a very different environment these days. It must have been very powerful for you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm glad I was asked to play there and sing there. And you know, we can't change anything, but you can try and put people, you know, put a smile on people's faces and that. You know what I mean? A lot of people think, you know, a lot of us rock stars are just in it for the money and the drugs and, you know, and all that nonsense. So it's nice to. I wouldn't have missed it for the world, but I'd rather not be there, you know what I mean? Some of these things shouldn't be happening, you know what I mean? And I'm not a political guy and that, but I think, you know, a lot of, you know, enough's enough, man, you know what I mean? Kids going to concerts and getting blown up and all that, and all these people that we put in governments, sort of like turning a blind eye, man. They should go and sort it out, whoever they've got to sort it out with. But it just seems to be something that happens every week now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's governments. I mean, when you've got some idiot who's going to blow up kids.
No, I know, yeah, I know, but their kids are getting blown up as well, you know what I mean? So everyone's kids are getting blown up, you know what I mean? People, you know, it's not, I don't think it's just one person going around, you know, I think, you know, there's a reason for everything, isn't there, why it's happening, you know what I mean? And I think the big people in the world need to come together and stop it, because we're the ones who are taking the you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, mate, lovely to chat.
And you, man.
Mission accomplished. You've had a great tour.
Yeah, it's been mega. Invite us back, man.
Come back.
Good, man.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Sweetheart.